Kimbra Faye.
Hi, and I'm Tambra Kay.
We're sisters. Anyway, we about 6 months ago started doing things that we used to like to do when we were young, and one of them is cross stitch. And so we just thought we'd talk to you about the project we're working on now and some of our future plans and just what we're thinking about related to cross stitch. So I'll start. What I did is I've done like a shirt for every recent holiday. Like I did a gnome leprechaun and a gnome little Valentine's Day character, and I did a bunch of gnomes for Christmas. But now what I'm working on is Halloween. And I know it's a little ways out to Halloween, but I love Halloween and I want to make sure I get this done in time so I can get it framed and get it up. And so I'm going to show you what I'm working on. It's called If the Hat Fits.
Excuse me.
By Keslin. And so here it is. This is If the Hat Fits. That's the what I'm trying to do. And to me, a pattern is just like a recipe. It's meant to be tweaked. And so I tweak things. So as you can see, the hat here is a purple hat. Well, maybe you can't see it that far away. Let me come back again. Sorry, I should have pointed it out when I was up here. But you see this purple hat right here? I thought with the orange background, I was thinking I wanted an orange hat with a purple background. And so what I have done is I've done the, it's the third hat, and then this one will be the fourth hat. And so I'll come a little closer so you can see that. And the very cool thing about this pattern is that it comes with little charms that you put on it. Let me see. Let's see. I think that way you can see it. Anyway, that's the progress I've made. And the way I store my cross stitch patterns is in old tennis ball holders. I just take off the lid and find some fun fabric and just glue it on. And then I embellish it with ribbon or something. And I can stand these up on a shelf, and so I can find them easily. Like, for example, this one. Well, I'm going to let Tammy talk about her, what she's working on.
Hello. So I have a pattern from the same, I guess, artist. Okay.
And you can talk about it.
And it's called Five Friends. It is the feet, skirts and feet of the witches. And I'm working on this, and I told my daughter I would give it to her. I haven't gotten very far. As you can see, I have like one line. Can I see? Watch out for the needle. There's the needle.
So that's Tammy's progress. She just started.
No, what happened was I started and I just wasn't thinking, you know, like I said, we got back into this. With the pandemic, there wasn't much that you could do, and so we were looking for fun things to do that when we were young, because you know one of those TED Talks is look at what you enjoyed in your youth and then have that come back. So the actual pattern.
Oh, you can't show patterns.
Oh, I'm sorry. You didn't see that. That's not admissible.
I can blur that out or something.
So anyway, as you can see by the picture, for some reason I started in the middle of my my fabric. And then I would not, my daughter came around and she was like, well, what are you doing, Mom? And I showed her, and she's like, well, why did you start it so low? And I'm like, well, it's the middle of their skirt. Which was brilliant on my part. So then I had to take it all out, and I had to rewash the fabric. And then I was kind of like a little intimidated to start it, because I'm like, what the heck am I doing? So I had to count. And also, this is my second run of it, but as you can see, I started up high this time, not
so
in the middle.
Where are you on that? I'm just curious. Where did you start?
I'm like right here.
Oh, you're at the top.
Yeah.
You wanted to make sure.
Well, no, so what I did is I started this, but I started it in the middle of the fabric for some reason. I wasn't thinking. I was like, okay, so I just started, but I started down here.
But you left
So-
enough room for the frame because you want to
Yeah, I
get it framed.
did.
Yeah, okay.
But my first round, I started like here. I was thinking, oh, it's halfway. It's half of their skirt. Well, then I didn't have enough room to do the feet. Although when you count it down, so that was just very, very brilliant on my part. So I had to redo that. But that is part of just getting back into something you haven't done for years. You're gonna make mistakes, but you just jump back in.
You're not going to be an expert, but I
No.
just want to show you again this pattern because I think it's so, the feet one is so adorable in my opinion. I love all the, let's see if I can get it in there. Well, look at those socks on these witches and their fancy little shoes. I think it's so cute. And what I'm thinking is what we could do is then after I get my hats done, we could switch. And Tammy could do the hats and I could do the bottom. But Tammy chose this pattern and I looked at it and said, oh, that's gonna be a lot more work than the hats. And I think it is because of all the color changes. So, sorry, that's my dog. Anyway, I wanted to show you one of the super cute things I think about this pattern is that it comes with little charms and I'll show you those. But if you can see on this one, where the cat is on that hat. Let me see if I can get my finger in there. You see the cat right here on this band, this hat band, or if you see the spider over here on this purple hat. Well, they come with charms. They're called embellishment kits. And let me see if I have my, do you have your embellishment kit?
No, I was just a little bit nervous. I don't seem to locate it. It's probably at home. I probably knew it was like nowhere near ready to do the embellishments because I don't have it. I just put it in this little bag.
Let me see, I've got mine. I just think I set it aside because I...
Hopefully I know it's right where it should be at home. Who knows?
I was showing mine to Kara and my daughter. And so I think I set it over to the side.
Yeah, I'm hoping mine is in my container as well, like that, but I will have to look. Otherwise, I'll be buying another embellishing pack.
Let's see. It's, maybe I stuck it down in here. Let's see.
That's probably what you did. That would make the most sense.
That would make sense. That doesn't mean that's what I did.
We're so organized.
What I do, because I'm an older cross stitcher, I take my pattern and I make it bigger because, as you see, I have to wear glasses. I don't know what I did with the embellishment kit.
Neither do I, but I'm sure we...
I was just showing it to Kara. I must have just left it out somewhere.
We're gonna have to find that.
Yeah, I'll have to find mine.
But in worst case scenario, we just go by, but you have to have yours if you just set it out.
I know, it's gotta
Other
be here
embellishment
somewhere.
packs.
It's got to be right here
Yeah,
somewhere.
I'm sure it's with my other stuff at home because I have other projects I'm working on as well.
Yeah, I just don't know what I did with it because
You sure it's not in there? I mean, it
Well,
would make most sense that we would put it inside
together,
the bag.
it would make
with
sense.
the thread, but that would be far too logical.
what the heck did I mean, there's not that many places I could have sat at. But
Anyway,
my
they have
daughter was
very
here,
cute
yeah.
little beads and trinkets.
And they have a
such.
little charm, a little cat charm, and a little spiders. So I was going to show you all that. Maybe if I find them, I'll take
We'll
a
do
picture.
part 2.
Yeah, part 2. There'll be maybe a few parts. As you can see, we started very early so that we could definitely be done by October, and let's keep our fingers crossed that we get that done. But then the other pattern that I'm working on, I was going to say, is one of the things I want to do with these tennis ball cans is use fabric that kind of lets me know what's inside of them, so at a quick glance I can tell. And what I have here is another kind of Halloween pattern. It is from, it's called Spell of the Moon, and if you've seen any of our other Flosstube episodes, you'll have seen that I started it, but let me see if I can show you what it looks like. This is Spell of the Moon. And I try to pick patterns that I think will be not difficult. And because this one has very few color changes, I thought, oh, that would be, not hard. And this is how far I am. I've got a lot of the tree done. What I'm anxious to do is the owl, but this is, sorry, Mila's right here under my feet, my dog, one of the dogs. This is tin roof, linen is tin roof, and it's 32 count. And then the colors are right here. They're mainly it's black, obviously, which is, they've got black coffee, it's a DMC. What's the matter, Mila? And Harvest Moon, which is the yellow, and Pelican Gray. These are DMC colors. And what's the matter? Come up here, come on. You wanna come up? No, she just probably wants a treat. Anyway, let me show you this is from Winds of Autumn by Blackbird Designs. So I'm gonna see if you can see that. My hand's probably in the way. But they have a lot of Harvest, obviously Harvest Moon, Winds of Autumn. They have a lot of projects that are fall and just kind of, to me it looks Halloween-y, sort of. Anyway, I just keep it all together in my little floss,
Hopefully.
Yeah, I should have kept the embellishment pack all together. I don't know what the heck I did with it. I must have set it down somewhere. But anyway, I just keep them like this, and so because it has an owl in the pattern, this little fabric on, let me see if you can see that. I can't tell if you can see it from back there. It's got little owls, which I think is fun, little fabric. So that is what we've been working on, and I was going to show you what I've ordered. And let me grab my phone. I thought I had my phone here, sorry.
So I was just going to continue working on this. Usually what I do is I do one stitch going one way all the way, and then I'll go back over it after I finish a section. But on this one, for some reason, I went back, and the reason why I do that is because you're supposed to go one way all the way and then go back on every single one, and then, because then I forget. I know you're supposed to, I think, go from left to right to start and then right to left. But then I forget, so now I got to get the magnifying glass out because I hope I did it the right way. But, you know, we got a 50-50 chance that I did. So I got to double check and see that I did that. So now I'm kind of hesitating. Anyway, you can go ahead.
Well, what is today, or I think it was today, I ordered from Top Knot Stitcher. I'll show you. I ordered these little hot pads. And so they're only $11. Which I thought was really a good deal, and they're seasonal. So I got spring and summer. So I'm hoping I get those quickly so I can do the spring. But I was thinking maybe I do one and you do one. Mm-hmm. And I thought you might like the blue one with the bluebird. So that's what I ordered them. So I think it'll be here in a few days. So that's our next project. This one, the Halloween ones are something I think that we can work on over time because we still have, it's April, May, June, July, August, September. We have about 5 months to get it done so that we could have it up during the month of October.
I better do it though. I got 5 friends, so it'll probably take me a month to do each one. So I better get cracking.
I'm hoping to get them done sooner so that I could then borrow the pattern and get it done. Because I have almost, well, not quite, but almost the 2 hats done. So then I got to get the other 3 done. But
I just would work on it. That would be the key. So
well, what we should do is schedule out a time to make sure that we
put it on our calendar so we actually do it. Because if I try to do it at night when I'm sitting there, which would be the normal time, my eyes are too tired and then I make mistakes. So
one of the things that we've done that to help us, because like I don't remember when I was young ever doing 32 count fabric. I remember it always being the 14 Ada, which I think is probably the typical. Because we've only gotten back into this in the last couple months, it's hard to say what, has been typical because we did it about 45 to 50 years ago. We were cross-stitching with our grandma. Our grandma knitted and crocheted and cross-stitched and just did a lot of different crafts. And that's where we learned to craft and did them as children because back when we were young, Mom had 9 kids, but 2 of our sisters died young. One was born, well, she died at birth. And then, anyway, because she had so many kids and our grandma lived with us, we just didn't have a lot of money to do, you know, things that, like trips and stuff. So we spent a lot of our time crafting. We would cross stitch, and I didn't knit, but I crocheted a lot, and now I've taken up knitting. But anyway, we're just
You made your baby doll clothes, sewed those and such. So.
Yeah, I used
Yeah,
to crochet them.
It was fun.
And that's one of the things I was going to say is that when I was young, I didn't follow patterns, and I still have a lot of trouble reading patterns for knitting and crocheting because I never did that. I always just made up stuff as I went. And so when I saw if the hat fits, and I thought, oh, I'd rather have an orange hat rather than a purple one, I just changed stuff. And so, in fact, I've made a couple patterns for cross-stitching myself. And one of the ones I want to do, I saw another I was watching a podcast, and I saw this, what was it called? It was The True Housewives of Cross Stitch.
Oh, funny. Oh, my goodness.
And so they were talking, they had this one pattern, and I can't remember what it was called, but it was something like eat, drink, and be scary. But I was thinking I would do one like the more the scarier, or
Some kind of play on that?
yeah, some kind of play on that. And then have like a ghost and a witch and a spider and a bat. Freya, stop it. And so I was thinking of making my own pattern. But first, of course, I have the hats to do, and my spell of the moon, and then if I do this, so sometimes
You'll be a little busy. And the reason why we got the the purple or lavender color fabric is we couldn't get the orange because during the pandemic, for some reason, some of the colors were taking months to get in, and we're like, oh no, we don't want to wait that long. We already need to get started now.
So that's how we started with that. But and then for May, I was thinking we could do something with flowers and then make, remember how we used to make May baskets and hang them on doors with flowers in them
for the neighbors?
Yeah, so I was thinking of doing something like that, but I would want it to be a super simple pattern, so I might try to come up with some kind of flower and then just do that and use the fabric. Because what I sometimes do is just take fabric or paper and make my own May baskets. So anyway, that's just another idea. And let me see if I had written down some notes because I wanted to see if I covered everything. Yeah, Top Knot Stitcher, I wanted to mention her, and the hot pads, and Mayday, and that's essentially what we've been working on is the hats and the shoes. And did we do anything else? I did I did an Easter t-shirt that had a
bunny and a bee.
A bunny and a bee, yeah, and it said Happy Easter. So if you want to see that, that was my own pattern, and I think I put it up on my last YouTube or maybe the one before or something on Flosstube, because I also do I do other crafting. I try to paint. Like, let me show you. I know you're not probably interested in paint, but I'm trying to.
It's pretty.
During the look at this. You haven't seen it up close.
Oh yeah. That's beautiful.
Well, it's not that the painting's beautiful, but the paint is beautiful. Look at this metallic watercolor. I don't know if you can see the. I don't know, the shine of it is amazing. So what I did, well, during the pandemic, we were kind of. Especially in the beginning, we were really bored, so I was looking for things to do to keep busy, and one of them was art. I took up sketching and painting, and so this is what I did yesterday. It's just a watercolor. But anyway, what I was going to say, I kind of get off track, is that my YouTube channel and my blog have different crafting things like painting or sketching, or sometimes knitting or baking. I love to bake. Yeah, you can tell that because I love to eat. But anyway, if you guys are enjoying this, then and you want to join us on our creative journey, then please subscribe to the channel and click the notification bell so you'll be notified when we make another episode. But just one last thing I wanted to tell you guys about is when we came back and I had that 32 count, I was like, oh my God, I don't remember this being so difficult to see. So one of the first things I did is I went out and bought, I've got it right here, a magnifying glass. Here it is. It's the stand that you can use like this, and you can put your fabric right in front of it. I don't know if you can see that, but then you're looking through a magnifying glass, and it's got a light too, so it's super helpful.
I need to get one of those. I think I like that one better than this one.
I do too. I've got a couple of them now because also my husband cross stitches. He was raised in Denmark, and there they learned to sew and some different crafting skills. So he does it with me sometimes, and I'll have him as a guest one day.
Yeah. A guest speaker.
Yeah, a guest speaker. Anyway, I just wanted to say thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this little episode and will follow us along, join us on our journey, and we just wanted to say thanks for watching. Bye.
Bye-bye.